All right, Amazon 40-volt Ryobi dock, 20 bucks. You're gonna need strippers, crimpers, some butt splices. These are 16, 14 gauge blue. Electrical tape, a small screwdriver, anyone, and a Phillips screwdriver. I used an extension cord because it was flexible, cheap. All right, remove all the plugs, set them aside. You may want to remember which one goes in which hole. I didn't. I just shove them back in there later. Use your Phillips screwdriver. Remove all your screws. Don't lose your screws. Set everything aside. Pull off the cover. Don't pull it all the way off. You need to go in there and find the charging cord. Follow it all the way up. It's a little black one. Pinch it. Remove your charging port cord. Unplug it. Very easy. Then you want to find your battery. That's the XT60 plug. Unplug that. Make sure there's no power. Then there's 4 screws right here on the bracket. Remove these 4 screws. Again, set them aside. Don't lose them. Pop the brackets off. Take out the battery. You're going to want to flip the battery around. Yeah, you got to get this plug right here. Pop the plug out. Now you can flip your battery. Rotate it. Flip it. You want the plugs to be on the opposite side and make sure that they're on top. That's very important. You can shove the plug with the other wires. There's a little hole right there. Your charging one, just set it aside. You'll use that in a second. Right here, I'm going to show you how you're going to route the new wire. It's going to go along there. I picked these cables up, cheap. You can also buy extensions already made, but I wanted to make my own, cheaper. You can measure and buy an extension already pre-made. So right here, I'm laying down the wire, and I'm going to want to go right about here. Cut it right there. That's about how long you want it. Now we're using the butt slices. Strip the end of the wire, slide it in the butt slice, crimp it. See the little blue dot? That's for the blue crimps. That's it. Wires are now crimped. Electrical tape. Just going to wrap it all up. There you go. Just made our own wire. Plugged it in. Going to go all the way over here. Now, very important you keep track of what is positive. You want always the positive to be in the right spot on the cable. Also, make sure you're using the right plugs. You know, you want the one plug to plug in over there. You need the other one to plug in over here. So you'll have that right there is a male. All the way over here on this end, you're going to have a female. That's because on the battery, that's a male. So always make sure you use the right plugs. And on the wires, you always have the positive in the right spot. Put your cover back on. Make sure you plug in your charging port. Make sure all the wires are tucked. Those are now coming out the hole. Now you can plug it in, and your original battery will be working. Just as easy. It's kind of long. You can wrap it around it. All right, now we're doing the Ryobi dock. It's basically the same thing. Cut some green wire to the length that you need. Butt splices from the dock to the green. There's the blue butt slices. Make sure you use a male because you want that to be able to plug into the female, the extension cord that we made. You want to make sure that you're always using the proper plugs, male or female. Always double check. Plug them in. Make sure everything's plugging in correctly before you start pinching all your butts together. And make sure the positive's always in the right spot. Wrap an electrical tape. It's done. Go ahead, plug it in. Plug in your battery. The dock, you can mount that anywhere. I'm going to mount that on the rack in the back inside of a bag. Plug it in, hit the power, and you will have green lights. If you don't have green lights, you're missing a connection somewhere. You can pull the throttle, it goes.
I'm coming, don't worry.
Pull it again, there we go. Zoom, zoom, done.